Hey everyone, Catherine here. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to be doing a more intermediate focus class today. And so if you are on more of the beginner scale of your practice, I offer modifications. So you should be okay. Make sure that for those who have any medical conditions that you please speak with your doctor before you practice with us today, just to make sure that you're safe. Really important. It's all about you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my mat now. I'm going to adjust my camera as well so you guys can see when I come to the standing up positioning. All right. I don't have a cameraman, so I have to do it all myself. So, okay. I'm going to put my tea over here. So we'll start by laying down on our back. We'll do a brief centering as I always do. So if you come laying on your back and you feel any low back discomfort, go ahead and bend your knees. Just allow the knees to collapse into each other. Let the arms rest by your side, or you can rest your hands on your belly. Close your eyes and let's just take this time to turn our awareness to our breath. Simply observing the breath as it moves in and out of your body without changing or altering the breath. Noticing any tension within your physical body. If you're noticing tension, think of allowing the breath to move into that tension and exhaling, letting it go. Relaxing those places, and then also checking in with your mind and observing how your mind is feeling today. Do you have lots of thoughts moving through the mind? Is the mind busy or is the mind calm? And remember, there's no judgment. You're just observing your mind. And now bringing your attention back to your breathing and placing your hands on your belly if you haven't done so already, and begin to inhale nice, slow, long, and deep into the belly. Allow the belly to expand like a balloon into your hands. And exhaling the breath slowly out, the belly descends back towards your spine. Inhaling nice, slow, long, and deep in. Exhaling the same way out. And just keep going. A few more times. And then returning back to your normal breath. Observing the difference between controlling your breath as you just did and allowing the body to breathe in its natural rhythm. Just observing those subtle changes, subtle differences. As you draw your next breath in, slowly bring your arms up overhead and stretch your body nice and long. Exhaling, bringing the arms back alongside of the body, letting the shoulders relax. And then from here, let's go ahead and bring the knees up to our chest one at a time, clasping our hands under the knees. Knees can be together or open. Taking a moment here, releasing the low back, hips, pelvis. If you want, you can do little rocking movements. Move your feet as I'm doing, releasing any tension in the ankle joints. And then we'll exhale, bring the feet back down onto your mat. Step your feet apart. Bring your arms out to a T position, a bit lower than the shoulders. Taking an inhalation here. Exhale, drop the knees over to the side. It doesn't matter which side. Let the pelvis move in that direction. Inhale the knees back up. Exhale, the knees drop to the opposite side. And then keep going at a pace that feels good for you. Further releasing the low back, hips, and pelvis. Just feels really nice to release those muscles, tension in the back and hips. And then the next time that you drop the knees over, go ahead and roll over onto that side and just stay here for a moment. And then we'll engage your abdominals in towards the spine and up into the rib cage to bring ourselves upright. And we'll come to hands and knees now. I'm going to move my cushion over. So remember, if you have any knee issues and there's, issues with knee pressure in this position, go ahead and put a blanket underneath the knees. Walk the hands a little bit forward of your shoulders. So wrists are forward of your shoulders. Take an inhalation. Exhale. Inhale again and lift the sit bone, spine, and head. Lessen this movement if you have any disc issues. Exhale, tuck your tail under, round the spine, letting the head go. Inhale and lift the sit bone, spine, and head. Nice stretch in the low back. Exhale, tuck your tail, round the spine, letting the head go. Feeling a nice stretch in the shoulders and the neck. Inhale, lift the sit bone, spine, and head. Exhale, tuck your tail under, round the spine, letting the head go. Inhale and lift. Exhale and tuck the tail, round the spine, letting the head go. From here, press into the hands, sit back towards the heels. Outstretch the arms out in front of you. Tailbone drops down. Inhale, come up off of the heels. Sit bones lift, spine and head. Exhale, tuck your tail, round the spine, letting the head go. Press into the hands, sit back. Feeling a nice stretch in the tops of your arms. Inhale, come up one more time. This also releases the spine as well. And then sitting back again. Good. Now we'll inhale and come back up. Hands and knees. From here, we'll inhale and sweep the right arm towards the ceiling. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, then you can keep your right hand on the low back. And you're just going to lift and reach and stretch here. Keep your gaze on the mat, or you can turn your head to the right. So feeling the shoulder here and the arm. Upper body's kind of turned to the right here. Exhale, right hand comes down. Doing the same thing on the left side. So we'll inhale, reach the left arm up, a nice stretch here. Remember, we can place the hand on your low back spine as well. Every day is different for our body. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Do it again. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Nice stretch here. Exhale, the right hand comes down. And then the left arm. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Nice stretch. And exhale, bring the left hand back down. Now we'll inhale, lift the sit bone, spine and head. Exhale, tuck your tail under, round the spine, letting the head go. Again, inhale, lift the sit bone, spine and head. Exhale, tuck your tail under, round the spine, letting the head go. And then from this tuck position, take another breath in. Exhale, curl the toes under and lift your hips towards the ceiling. Adjust your legs, stepping the feet apart if we have lots of tension in the hamstring, or if we feel pulling in the seat or low back. And then from here, we can alternate heels coming down if we'd like to move a little bit. And also just think about gently elongating the side rib cage. And there's a slight contraction of the belly button towards the spine, but we're just taking it easy right now. Don't feel like you have to get this perfect. Just do the best that you can. Again, every day is different for the body. And then we'll step the feet together. Not together, but hip width apart behind you. If you want to take this to a low plank, you can drop the knees down behind the sit bones, toes curled under, and tuck your tail under here. Just coming into that half plank. For those who want to come into full, lift the kneecaps up and press the heels back behind you. Adjust your pelvis, either tucking or neutral. Gaze is forward on the floor. Taking a few breaths here. Feeling the upper body working, the abdominals working. Building that strength, building that bone density. And then exhale. We're going to either lift the hips up to downward facing dog again, kind of tucking the tail under this time, down dog. And if we're in half plank, doing the same thing there. So making sure that we're tucking the pelvis and then moving into downward facing dog. And again, adjusting the feet. So either stepping the feet apart, if we need that little extra support for our low back or our hamstrings here, elongating the side rib cage. And then again, stepping the feet a little closer. If we've stepped them apart, shifting forward to either plank or dropping the knees down to half plank position. And if we're in full plank, remember, strong legs back behind you. Adjust yourself as needed. Finding stability and comfort, still working though here. And then we'll exhale, and we can either chaturanga down like this or drop the knees down, toes point back behind you, lower down. Rest here for a few breaths. And then open the legs, internally rotate your feet. So toes turn in, and then squeeze your glutes. Drag and pull the front belly up through the top of your head, lifting up to a low cobra, very low. Especially if you have back issues, make sure it's not really high. Otherwise, we lift up a little more. We can come into Sphinx, forearms down, chest draws forward, still squeezing the glutes, pulling up through that front body, or coming into Cobra. So hands on either side of the rib cage, squeeze the glutes, pull up through the front body, lifting up. And just a nice, energetic back bend here. And then we'll exhale and lower. A couple breaths here. Walk your feet a little closer together. Take a breath in. Exhale, press up. Back to hands and knees. Adjust, wrists slightly forward of our shoulders. Taking a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the tail around the spine, letting the head go. Another breath in here. Exhale, curl the toes under. Lift the hips back to down dog. Adjust the feet as needed, and then just holding steady. So now, again, elongating the side rib cage. Pressing the mat away from you. Breath is moving in and out, gaze is at your knees. Good. Now we'll look up at the hands. Walk the feet closer if you step them apart, and then carefully walk forward. Some of you might be able to hop forward. Go ahead and do that if that's calling you. And hands on either side of our feet. Feet are hip width apart. Second toes are pointing forward here. So if our hands are down on either side of the feet and your legs are straight, stay there. If you have back issues, come up to standing and do a micro bend forward, or walk the hands onto the legs. Bring the hands onto the legs. Not walk the hands, but bring the hands onto the legs until the legs get straight comfortably. And you're just feeling a gentle stretch in the backs of the hamstrings, not in the low back, not in your seat. And then hover the rib cage over the floor, staying here for a few breaths. Sink into your heels, bend the knees, and kind of like moving into, like you're sitting into a chair. If you have knee issues, avoid flexing too deeply here. Bring the hands on the tops of your thighs. Elevate the upper body, pulling the abdominals in here. Keep sinking into the heels. Reach back behind you. Staying here like you're downhill skiing. Feeling the legs, the glutes here. And then sweep the hands forward to your heart, or reach the hands forward and up. If shoulders are tight, bend your elbows, drawing the fingers forward. Breathing. And then reach the arms back, press into the feet, sweep the hands up towards the ceiling. Reach up. And exhale, hands down and around to your heart center. Lower the hands, turn the palms up, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands forward on the tops of our legs. Take a breath in here. Exhale, slide the hands lightly down the legs, stopping again. So again, if we have back issues, make sure that you're just, upright, maybe coming forward slightly. Some of you might be able to get to the floor here. Hovering the rib cage, the pelvis, bend the knees, sink into the heels, bring the hands on the tops of your thighs, elevate the upper body. Again, if you're finding any aggravation in the knees, straighten the legs more. Reach the arms back, belly button sews into the spine. Then sweep the hands forward to your heart, or reach the arms out in front. Elbows can bend too, fingertips forward. Breathing. Remember, all the weight's in the heels here. And then sweep the arms back, press into your feet, and strong legs. So here we squeeze the muscles of the glutes, the legs, as we elevate the rib cage and look up. Taking the right hand to your left wrist, gently pull the left arm up, exhale, tip to the right. Inhale, back up, exhale, left hand to the right wrist, gently pull the right arm up, exhale, tip to the left. Doing a nice lateral stretch in the spine. Again, lessen this movement if we have back issues. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the hands down and around to your heart center. Now bring your hands to your hips. Feel the connection of your feet on the earth beneath you. Shift your weight into your left foot and cross the right leg over the left so that we are balancing on the standing left foot and the ball of your right foot. So left foot's planted down, right foot. The ball of your right foot is planted down, hands on our hips. Reach the arms out. And then take your left arm on top of the right. Give yourself a hug here. Pulling the abdominals in and just kind of sit back just a little bit. Float the sit bones back just slightly. And then if you can, pivot the elbows so forearms move towards each other. If you can bring your fingertips of your right hand into the palm of your left, go ahead and do that. Elevate the elbows up. You might be able to gaze between those arms. So we can stay here, or for those who want to take it more advanced, bend the left knee a little bit, lift the right leg, and see if you can wrap the right leg over the left. That's really challenging. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. Today I don't think it's going to work. Okay, you can also balance on the very tip of your right foot. And this is called eagle. So your arms are out wide like wings of an eagle, and then you're giving yourself a hug and then pivoting the forearms into each other. Breathing here, feeling the strength of your standing leg. You might also begin to feel some heat building here. Exhale, release, and open the arms wide. Bring the hands to your hips and step out. Do the same thing on the other side now. So we're going to shift our weight into our right foot. Take the left leg, cross it over the right. And you can try wrapping if you want. So you can bend the knee a little bit and see if you can wrap the left. So I can do it on this side. Do what you can, reaching the arms out like eagle wings. This time the right arm on top of the left. And then pivot. Whew, now I came out of it. Don't get too serious. Just do the best you can. Few breaths here. And then reach the arms out wide, bring the hands to your hips and step out. Good. Now come to the top of your mat if you've moved like me. I was actually just trying to show you guys that pose. So hands on our hips here. And this time we'll take the right foot, step it straight back behind us. Pelvis is kind of facing forward, kind of slightly angled to the right. Turn the left foot to the left slightly, bend the left knee. Engage the quadricep muscle of your right leg to press the right heel into the mat. Hands at our hips, at our heart, or reach the arms up. Keep reaching through the hands and shift your weight forward into your left foot. Tiptoe the right foot. Hop the right foot forward a tad so you're really pressing into the left foot. And if you need to turn the left foot slightly forward now, you can. Keep reaching up. Press into the left foot, lift the right leg up. Reach, reach, reach. Keep reaching as you tip forward. If you want, you can stay just reaching upwards too. And then just bring that right foot to the left foot, reach up, stretch. And then exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Doing the same thing on the other side. Left foot steps back, right foot is forward. Right foot turns slightly to the right, bend the right knee. Press the quad muscle above your left knee behind you to melt the left heel down, or press the left heel down. Hands at our heart or reach the arms up, looking forward or up. If you're looking up, elevate the rib cage too. And then keep reaching up, tipping forward slightly, pressing into your right foot, tiptoe the left foot. You can stay here if you want, or hop the left foot forward, and then press into your right foot, lift the left leg up off of the mat. Keep reaching, and then coming forward if you're able. Do the best you can. Some days might feel stronger, more balanced than others. And you just take note of that and be gentle with yourself. And then just bring that left foot to the right foot. Reach up, squeezing the glutes, the leg muscles. Exhale, hands down and around. Taking a few breaths here, relax your shoulders. And checking in, observing how you feel. Good. So now, let's see what time we have here. Okay, so now we'll come down onto our mat and we'll sit on our blankets or pillows, half on and half off. Make sure that your pelvis and that your pubic bone is dropping down. So you can see the natural curve of the spine, really important. Legs are crossed, left in front of right or right in front of left if you want. Inhale, lengthen the spine up. Exhale, take the right hand to your left knee, left hand to your hip. So you can do a quarter twist here. If you have spinal issues, be mindful of these twists. So maybe just doing a micro twist to the left today. If you want to take it deeper, inhale, lengthen the spine up. Then exhale, left hand comes behind and you're going to rotate your right hip towards the left. So the lower bowl, pelvic bowl turns as well as the upper body. And then you begin to feel that stronger twist in the belly, which is what you want to feel. The head follows the spine here. So pelvis needs to move with these twists. And then we'll exhale, come back to center and do the same thing on the right. So we'll inhale, lengthen the spine up, left hand to the right knee. Exhale, right hand to your right hip or bring it all the way behind. Now the pelvis moves to the right. So the whole pelvis is moving too, and then feeling that nice gentle massage in the belly. And then exhale, come back to center. And then we'll come off of our blankets and recline backwards. We'll do some releases. Step your feet apart, adjust your back body so you're feeling space between the low back and the mat. Shrug the shoulders to the ears. Let the shoulders relax. Arms by your side or hands rest on your belly. Just let the knees collapse into each other. And since this is the end, you can stay in one of these releases as long as you'd like. And then bring the soles of your feet together, let the knees drop open. And that was just a really nice, quick, energized class. A little bit more intermediate, focused. And again, like I said, you can stay in these releases or move into full Shavasana with legs straight or a rolled blanket under your knees and maybe a blanket under your head. We talked about props in my previous video. So I'm going to roll onto my side. You can too, or just stay where you are. And then coming up, I'll scoot a little closer. So I hope you guys had a good class with me today. I appreciate any likes, shares, or subscribes. That really helps me and my channel to survive. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.